There we go. In the top right, we do have Ryung, and in the bottom left, we do have Serral, the arguably greatest of all of them. And Ryung is just gonna go ahead and see what he can find with 3 SCVs across the map. Now, if you haven't yet, and I mean, considering it's free on any platform, please consider giving the channel a follow. Thank you so much. Every little support is appreciated a lot and does help me quite a bit in growing the channel. Thank you so much. You can also follow the YouTube at MapuTV Gaming, and I'm also working on at Casts too. If you didn't know about those, now you do. Thank you so much for that, and let's kind of see how Ryung is going to execute this 3 racks. It's going to be gasless, only Marines, 3 SCVs, bunkers, all the good stuff. How is Serral going to defend this one? He's going to go for a standard opening here, and this map is kind of slow for overlords to get across. So it will take a while before he sees this, and this overlord is lazy. He's lazy, he does not see the barracks. Now he's gonna poke up a little bit. Will he see this? Will he see this though? Will he see this or won't he? Oh, there we go. He sees it, but only kind of when it's already knocking at the door. And now he needs to pull drones. Now he needs to make links. Now he needs to throw down the bunkers here. On the other side is Ryung. Maybe that bunker was a little bit optimistic. He really wanted to get in there before the creep does come down here, but it was not. It's not defendable currently. Trying to make damage happen with those Marines here. Gets surrounded though. Serral, can he get it? First Marine is gonna be killed. First couple of drones, 3 drones actually falling here. And the links are out now, cancelling the bunker again. Now, Ryung is not going to give up on the idea. He wants to make that bunker happen as much as possible. He's shooting at the base currently. I don't think that's a good move. He's losing an SCV here, a little bit out of position. Now, the bunker is getting targeted by that queen, actually. Now, targeting on that SCV. He's starting to repair the SCV with the other SCV. And he needs to be careful. I think Serral is going to break this. I think he's going to break this. I think he has enough. Yeah, he's going to break the bunker. He's going to break the SCVs. And he will break this push. Now Serral is just gonna run around these Marines here. Of course, it's gonna take a while before he can get speed, and as you can see, the saturation is not great. And there's still potentially damage to be dealt here from Ryung. They're both sitting at the same work account now, slamming down that... that's not a good move. Why, Ryung? Why are you doing this to me? He has a wall. Bank it here. Be safe. You know those links did push across the map. This is like a lose more move. I'm not sure why this happened, but this is a confirmed cancel. Boom, there you go. 100 minerals down the drain. Build time down the drain. Fucking Ryung, what are you doing? That's not how you usually play. And yeah, maybe a little bit flustered there. He's gonna reposition these barracks. It's kind of a funny move. And he will just go for the second round, I think. Now, is he gonna make a gas with this? He has enough money. He could go down, throw down gases. He could even go into 3 racks Reaper, kind of. With this one, and then have like a big... Oh my god, he's just gonna throw it all in. He's gonna try to hide this one, but if Serral sees it, he's gonna find 1 Marine. Oh my god. He has nothing behind the wall, by the way. He's gonna go full frickin' base trade. Let's go ham. Base and race trade it all day long. And he's gonna try to overpower. Now, if Serral sees this, and he does, he should throw down some spines. He's not gonna do it. He still does not know about the SCVs being pulled with this one. He does not know about the SCVs. Now, what are we looking at? He has 23 links, but they're not gonna be enough against so many SCVs with these Marines. 18 SCVs, 15 Marines. Now he realizes what's going on here. Ryung rushing into the base, but he's on creep. He needs to be careful. He's kind of spread out in a line right now, and the links are coming from behind. Now on the ramp, he could actually be sandwiched, but this could work out in his favor. Now drones drilling into these SCVs, and I think Ryung is gonna fall. Serral is gonna take that game here. GG is gonna be called. Woo! Ryung. Ryung, definitely one of my favorite players of all time, but unfortunately sometimes, man, he does those stupid moves where I'm like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? Sometimes Sometimes he's too smart for himself, it feels like. He's like mind gaming himself too much and kind of disregarding a lot of just simple solutions. Let's hop into the second map. It's gonna be Whispers of Gold. Why have I not followed? I don't know. That's my question exactly, man. Thank you so much for the follow. Now, about to start the second map here, and of course Serral is up 1-0. Can Ryung make a comeback happen in the top? Wait for it. Left. We do have Ryung. In the bottom right, it is Serral. The map is Whispers of Gold. Now this map is a little bit faster than the Amygdala map, the earlier one. It's a little bit more compact as itself as a map. But it also has a bunch of ledges, which I think on Amygdala there are not as many. So this might be a little bit stronger for tank pushes. But in the end, how does, you know, what does Ryung wants to play here? How does he want to approach this one? Is he gonna go 3x Reaper and then die horribly, or... Yeah, let's wait and see. Now Serral, I think, is just gonna do the same thing, because he defended in the end. He did a beautiful job executing meine Güte, now we speak German here. Executing everything beautifully there in that last game. Just exactly how he needed to. Pulled just enough drones to really overpower that first kind of initial poke and push, and then he had the perfect kind of pull back on those drones and perfect amount of lings and queens. He took the exact amount of damage he wanted to on that hatchery. Everything really worked in his favor. He completely smacked that build. He made it seem kind of underpowered, right? Looked like you should never go 3 racks, even if it's not scouted. It's like so easy to hold. Ha ha ha, lol, I'm Serral. You know? That's what he just showcased there. Now, how is Ryung gonna approach this one? 3 racks openings are in the menu for a lot of Terrans in this matchup. 3 CCs. Did I say 3 racks? 3 CCs, of course. And this is kind of looking like one. No second gas yet. Reaper on the way, factory on the way. And this is the time where you want to kind of pool your money and throw down that third command center. But this would be, of course, a little bit, well, a little bit more in the macro area. Terran does have a lot of good 2-base all-ins. There's very strong siege pushes, like no stim, no combat shields, but you get concussive shields, or there's like the concussive shield combat shield one with like siege tanks and bunkers and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good 2-base all-ins you can play as Terran. But in this game, Ryung is gonna go for that 3cc opening, the kind of meta opening right now. And yeah, the Zergs like to play reactive until they can actually hit in area where they can all-in themselves, like the Ling Queen Nidus all-ins or Roach Ravager 1-1 all-in, stuff like that. But that's very much later than those 2-base Terran pushes. Double Gauss is gonna come in here, and the Hellion Banshee production is gonna start out very soon. I still want to see someone go for that speed over cloak with the double Banshee to just get a little bit of extra micro ability, flexibility on those. Of course it looks very dumb if you just lose them, but they will be better in defending and better in kind of poking in and out. So if you have good control, if you're very comfortable with your control during this macro phase, then Speed Banshee should give you an edge over Cloak Banshee. But of course Cloak has that potential, you know? If your opponent does mess up with the detection, then you have free kills, basically. Coming in with the Hellions here. A little bit of a disjointed focus fire there with that Reaper, unfortunately. Does not get a drone. Roach Warren here. On side of Serral. And a couple of links to try and confirm, hey, what are you actually making? I see a tech lab spinning, but nothing attached to it, unfortunately. Does not see that starport. There's a cow. It has horns, so it's I don't know. It's a cow. Taking into lair now. Terra really wants to take that 4th base. Needs to be a little bit careful that this is not gonna get sniped by these Hellions. Banshee is rotating in here. It's gonna be there before Cloak. 10 seconds. Needs to be careful now. Queen is working on this already, and Spores should be up in time here. Keep this one out. I guess Spore, of course, the one was only a cancel. To keep that drone alive. And there we go. See? That's why I don't like Cloak, actually. Like, the current meta Cloak is just too common. And it doesn't actually give you that much value, it feels like. Where speed, potentially... I mean, both are kind of like a potentially thing, you know, but it feels like speed, you just have that option to roam in and roam out. And just pick off a few workers and kind of play it like oracles. Now he's dealing a lot of damage to those queens because there was no overseer in position. Hey, this looks great, but in the end he still doesn't actually kill anything, so no real value is given to that cloak. It's just energy for energy trade. And he comes in again to his position where a Spore Crawler is there already, so he doesn't really get anything done with those. They're only, of course, you know, to keep you safe and all from roach attacks. But wouldn't they even be better against roach all-ins with speed over cloak? Because you can just micro them way better and actually lock down those roaches. Even if they have speed, you're faster, so you can like kill shot them. I don't know. Food for thought. Something I just recently saw and enjoyed, and I think more Terrans should do. Bindingness on the way here. Infestation Pit on the way. Tier 3 about to start up in a second. There we go. Hive coming in. Serral going down that sweet Roach Ravager path. Without Ravagers, I think, currently. Only looking at a few Roaches, really. Going into kind of range upgrades. Roach speed as well, but that might just be... I mean, he's gonna make some Roaches now, but... You can always just, like, go into Hydras. Throw down a Hydra then. Go into Hydra, Ling Bane. Roach Ling Bane is also a nice composition. Not as glass cannon-y. Better at kind of trading prolonged fights. And against, like, it's better against a little bit of a mixture army from Terran. If the Terran is not really committing fully onto, like, Marauder Marine. Medevac. See? This is so sad, man. When I see this, I'm so sad. It's like better against kind of Hellbat attacks or Hellion mixed in movements, armies, or like stray cyclones, stuff like that. Now Ryung has the armory. He could morph them into Hellbats. He could utilize them with an attack. But I think Serral is just about to attack him with the double Viper coming in. The 5th base. He's about to max out. I think he's gonna just give it to the Terran here. He's just gonna bring it to him. He's gonna throw down a couple of very nice Blinding Clouds. Maybe he's gonna abduct some of those tanks. He's just gonna full force, brute force down the Terran army in a moment. This is not equipped to deal with what Serral is building currently. And yeah, he should be charging up the energy right now. Once these Vipers are here, he's gonna crush that army. He's gonna wipe the floor. He is maxed now. He's still missing some of his upgrades here. +1 melee is only started. +2 carapace only started. No adrenal glands yet. So the army itself is very flimsy, but with the castle support, and if he can get a flank setup, he should definitely get a flank setup from here and here. And he should be able to just completely crush this army. Now finally splitting up his forces into the left and right. He really likes the bulk. Because maybe he's gonna prove me wrong. Maybe his approach is better. Now splitting up for a big arc, but in the end coming through a kind of a funnel. And few nice blinding clouds, and then abduct into a blinding cloud here. It's gonna really reset that tank count. And then he's just gonna go back home. And not engage off creep too much. Just gonna scare away the Terran. And Ryung is gonna go ahead and try a triple drop here into the bottom left. This is kind of going unseen, so this could be some nice damage here. Potentially a kill on this base. Serral is out of position. All of his forces are in the top right. And he wants to do a kind of a multi-prong attack on the Terran here on the left base. But he will lose this hatchery for that mistake, being out of position. Now, can he get counter damage with those links? I don't think so, yeah. Nice defense. Only losing a couple depots here. And that was a very nice sequence here for Ryung. Getting those, all of the banelings there, the baneling counter attack and the base in the bottom left. And he's about to max out himself. He needs a few depots. They're actually being supply blocked right now. He's going into Ghost Academy. Kind of late, if you ask me. There are already Vipers out. They're already gaining value. And so far, no real recourse against those. Marines trying to push in here. Needs to be careful. Maybe he's going to snipe some of those Bay. He's going to get more snipes. He's going to lose the top right, though, because he was microing a little bit too much there in the bottom. Now, can Serral break him here? Oh, a few Vikings, actually. That's a nice addition here. And trying to push back those Vipers. Can he get one? If he could get this Viper, I don't think it would be that bad of a trade. But in the end, man, losing that fourth base is a big deal. He has no extra command center set up. He was not in position. He did survive in the left, but he lost on the top right. Or in the middle, whatever you want to call it. And focus fire here. Not too many banelings to spread out. And Serral going into those ultralisks, even going into burrow. Did just complete going into +3 carapace. All the good things, getting a few more Ravagers. That Banshee's still alive. Should probably be set up over the third base somewhere. Now, Vipers are gonna try and do some damage to those Vikings. And Lynx this time, with a few Banes now in addition as well, trying to do that counter attack again here. But units are in position though. They're not going to be trading the most efficient, but they should be enough to clear this before the damage gets out of hand. And indeed they do. But no CC was ever remade, so this is what you get. What you see is what you get here from Ryung, and it does not look that powerful. He's not maxed out anymore. He's not have a strong bioforce, while he does have a lot of tanks. They're only sitting at +1 damage. And the medic count is getting reduced here. The Vikings are dying. Ryung, I mean, yeah, the only thing he has going for him is a deep tank line, but that's about it. +3 is on the way, only weapons as well. And Serral doesn't know about this. He doesn't know. Once he breaks this push one time, and now is the time, he will be able to win the game and claim the title for himself, winner of the series. Ryung trying his damnedest to stay alive here. And he will stay alive. The army technically will stay alive. But it's not enough to seesaw the action. It's not enough to seesaw into the base, into a location that's actually creating him value. The army is super low on health. The energy is drained from those medevacs. He's losing extra medevacs now. No healing power, no staying power. Finally +3, this complete just after the fight is done here. And Serral is just gonna rinse and repeat. So go ahead. Gonna clear out the rest of the bayou. He's gonna clear out the tanks, and he will find he will find the crying emote from his opponent. Ryung is gonna be out of this series.